Hi everyone, this is Khristee Rich. I am a holistic healer, I am a medium, I am an empath, and I'm a holistic health educator. So I have not been talking very much, excuse me, about being a medium. So it is now time. I have been talking with my guides. They have been talking a lot about the coronavirus, and they want me to help dispel some myths and really present the truth. Okay, so a lot of people are feeling fearful, a lot of people are feeling powerless, and it's because of the information that's coming through, and it's because fear is very contagious. So today I want to empower you with the knowledge, I want to empower you with the facts, and I'm just going to jump right in. So one, this is a time for us to take responsibility for our own health. Okay, so I had my own health crisis. I had my own chronic illness for 15 years, and that brought me to become the spiritual teacher I am. That brought me into greater understanding about health and wellness, about vitamins, about supplements, about healing modalities such as Reiki and shamanism. That really opened up my eyes. And the same thing is happening with the coronavirus, okay? So there are two camps. There are the camps who are like me, who already are taking care of themselves, who already are aware of alternative health and wellness, holistic health and wellness, eating well, and taking responsibility for their own health. And then there is the other camp who says, okay, I can just do whatever I want, go, go, go. And whenever the government tells me what to do, I will do that. I will take the precautions, and I don't have to do anything until there is the medicine available. So I can eat whatever I want. I can live any kind of lifestyle I want. But when they say to do the quarantine, I'll just do the quarantine, and then it will go away. But there's a bigger message here. The message here is, yes, we must take precautions. That is very important. But two, we must take responsibility for our own health. It is not the government, it is not the medical institutes who are responsible for our well-being. It is us. We are responsible for our own health. So what does that mean, and how can we help ourselves with the coronavirus as it's spreading? Well, so to take responsibility for your own health means two things. So there's only two components that you need to have great health and wellness. Do you know what they are? So number one is to be of a high vibration. Okay? You want to be high vibe. You want to be happy. You want to be very positive. Okay? It's not about ignorance. It's not about not looking at the facts that there is this illness and saying, I'm just going to be happy. But it is a very important component of it. Number two, very, very important, is to boost our immune system. Okay, so it's not the responsibility for the pharmaceuticals to come up with a vaccine. That's not what's going to save us. That's not what's going to stop the spread of the coronavirus. I hate to burst your bubble if you think that that's what we're waiting for, but it is to empower us to say, you know what? I can boost my immune system. I have that power. So right now, we are being taught by society, by the media, to feel that we should be feeling powerless right now, that the disease is spreading, that they don't know what caused it, and it's just going all around the world. But this isn't helpful for us. We can overcome any illness ourselves. We have the ability to heal. And that's what I did with my own chronic illness that I had for 15 years. I healed myself. I healed myself 100% naturally using food and supplements and exercise and positivity and meditation. I didn't go to the doctors. They wanted to do chelation therapy for at least a year, once a week, which is very costly, very painful, and has disastrous side effects. Okay, so we can do this on our own. We do not need to wait for them to figure it out and for us to be saved. This is not a time to wait and be saved. This is a time to be proactive and to empower ourselves. Yes, you can heal yourself. Yes, you can prevent yourself from getting the coronavirus. So I did post a video last Friday teaching about the coronavirus and steps we can take. So there's some very, very easy steps we can take to boost our immune system. One is to take vitamin C daily. Yes, a vitamin. A vitamin can help us. Vitamin C daily, 1,000 milligrams. Okay, so you can take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. You can also take zinc daily. Okay, zinc you're only allowed to have a certain amount per day, so that will be just one capsule. Buy it separately. Don't buy a multivitamin, Buy vitamin C, 1,000 milligrams, and also one zinc tablet or capsule. Capsule's better. And then also taking echinacea. Echinacea boosts the immune system. Okay? And it's very, very important that we do not consume things which weaken the immune system. What weakens the immune system? Sugar. Do not consume any sugar, or at least greatly reduce your sugar. Also, 2, do not drink alcohol. Alcohol weakens your immune system. Okay, some people think that alcohol is really good. They've come out with some studies about antioxidants. Yes, that's true. But most people do not use alcohol in the best manner. They abuse alcohol. So if you've ever had a blackout, if you've ever had a hangover, if you've ever had hives or rash after drinking, these are all signs that you've had too much alcohol, you have abused alcohol, and now you have liver toxicity. Okay, so if any of those symptoms, that absolutely means you should not be drinking any alcohol. Okay, no smoking, no doing drugs. All of these are ways to weaken our immune system. These are ways to toxify our liver, and when we have a toxic liver, our immune system is very low. Okay, so these are some very, very simple steps you can take. Of course, you also should wash your hands. Everybody's talking about washing your hands, and you should wash your hands in soap and water, okay? Warm water and soap, not hand sanitizer, okay? That's another myth that is going around, that hand sanitizer is the best way to kill germs and to prevent this virus. For germs and for viruses, all you need is soap and water. Soap and water works best. Hand sanitizers do not kill all the germs. You do not want to go for antibacterial. That is basically marketing. You are being sold to believe that. You just need soap and water, okay? Soap and water, not hand sanitizer. Also hand sanitizer, certain ones have a lot of chemicals in them. A lot of chemicals, again, weaken the liver because they contain chemicals which the liver has to filter out, okay? Which again creates a toxic liver. So by washing your hands with using hand sanitizer, you are actually potentially weakening your immune system. So it is better just to use soap and water to kill the germs. Okay, also another myth, is about wearing the masks and the gloves, okay? My guides have been telling me a lot of information. I have been just talking with them all this morning, all yesterday, and there's a lot of misinformation about the spread of the virus. Yes, it is going around the world, but it's not spread how you think it is. So let me just give you the information, what you need to do in order to protect yourself. So I gave you the ways to boost your immune system. I gave you the ways to really make sure you wash your hands properly, make sure you wash them for a full, 40 seconds if you can. Surgeons, they say wash their hands for 5 minutes. So I know probably you're not washing your hands that much to be that thorough, but 6 seconds of washing your hands isn't going to do it. Okay? But it's very, very important that you understand what to do, because it's not being spread conventionally like you think. It's not that you are being exposed to the germ, that you touch the germ, and then you put your hand to your face, and then you inhale it or get it inside of your body. That's actually not what's happening, and that's because they do not understand the cause of the illness. So for every illness, there is a cause. There is something that created it in the first place. So this is what I teach, being a holistic healer. Being a holistic healer, it's all about the mind, body, and spirit. It's all about the whole story, and it's all about getting to the root cause of what caused the illness. Okay? They have not been focusing on what caused the illness. Instead, they're focusing on trying to create a vaccine. So again, they're not handling it the correct way. So let me just tell you what you need to do. I can talk in another video about what has caused the illness, because I think there's a lot of information in this video just to get you started. But very easy steps of what you need to do in order to protect yourself so you don't get the illness. As I said, very high vibration, keep yourself very high vibe, and boost your immune system. So if you do these two things, you cannot contract the illness, okay? But if you are spreading fear, if you are spreading rumors of misinformation, causing more fear to spread, and as I said, fear is super contagious. And my guides have said that the fear of this illness is worse than the illness itself, but it continues to spread because of fear. So what does fear do to the body? The fear is absorbed, and then it creates an imbalance of stress, and then it creates the weakened immune system. Okay, so again, anytime you lower your vibration, you're getting down to the vibration of illness. If you can keep yourself very high vibe, very happy, you cannot get an illness. You cannot get a chronic illness even. Okay, it's a combination of the two, being very high vibe and also having a strong immune system. It must be both. But if you have a very strong immune system, but you are very fearful, then yes, you have a bigger chance of getting this illness. So you must have both. You must focus on both. And yes, it is all of us, our responsibility to take care of ourselves. So if we are high vibe, if we are letting the fear go, and if we are high vibe and we are working on doing the things to keep us healthy, such as the things that I mentioned, but there are many other steps you can do as well. I really do recommend that you detoxify your liver. If you detoxify your liver, you absolutely cannot get this illness. If you detoxify your liver and you're high vibe, you cannot get this illness. So this is all about law of attraction, right? So law of attraction means that you can only attract that which you are. So germs are very, very low vibration. But being in contact with a germ doesn't mean you're going to get sick. So if you are very, very high vibration, if you are just really high vibration and you're right in front of a germ, like if you have your nose like right a few inches away from a germ and you're very high vibration and you have a strong immune system, you cannot get that germ and you cannot contract an illness. Okay? It only happens if you're that close to a germ and then you become conscious of it. You go, oh my God, there's this germ right in front of me. I'm scared out of my mind. I'm going to get sick. Oh my God, it's right in front of me. How can I be this close to it? Am I insane? Am I crazy? And then because of the fear, you have lowered your vibration to the vibration of a germ, and then you are a like attractor, and then you attract the germ, attract the illness. Okay, so that is law of attraction. If you are high vibe, if you are of high vibration, not giving into the fear, not giving into the stress, the worry, the overwhelm, then you cannot get this illness. If you have a very strong immune system, you cannot get this illness. It's the combination of the two. Okay, so it's very, very important that you are proactive. So let me just give one other instance. So if you are high vibe and you meet somebody who has the coronavirus and you have a strong immune system, you cannot get it, right? But there's this fear of people. I've been talking to a lot of people because I want to get understanding of what they believe and what they've been told. And there's this belief that I don't want to be near anybody who may possibly have this illness, right? So there's this like handout, like this whole social distancing, and we must do the quarantine, and that's gonna help us, and everything's gonna be fine after we do the quarantine. So there's this whole fear of other people now. So now we're afraid. I'm afraid of you. I'm gonna keep my distance from you because you may make me sick. But then there's this other fear of, okay, I'm not really afraid of getting the illness. I have a strong immune system. I know I'm going to be okay. I'm not elderly, so I don't have to worry about that. But what I'm worried about is that if I have exposure to someone else, and if I pick up what they have, and even if I don't have any symptoms, because maybe my immune system's so strong I won't have any symptoms, what if I then become a carrier and then I'm exposing myself to somebody who does have a weakened immune system? Then what do? I feel absolutely terrible. I feel so guilty that I pass that on. So I can't do that. I can't be out in the world to catch anything from you because I'm afraid of you. You may make me sick. But even if you don't make me sick, I'm afraid of me because I may pass this on to someone else who is weaker constitution than I am, and they could get really sick, and it's because of me. So let me just break down this belief. So first of all, what they're saying is that yes, if you are high vibe, you cannot receive it from the other person, okay, even if you're right there with them. And if you are high vibe, then you should also be informing, letting everyone else know that that is their responsibility too. So even if somebody has a very weak immune system, and say they're in the hospital, they're that sick, I would say also that's the hardest place to be. If you are with a weakened immune system, being in a hospital is probably the worst place for you to be. So let me just break that down really quickly. The reason why it's so dangerous for you if you have a weakened immune system to be in the hospital is one, there's a lot of germs there, so you have a lot of chance of exposure. Two, there's a lot of fear there. There's a lot of anxiety. People in the hospital are very, very sick. They're afraid of something really bad happening to them. It's a lot of the unknown, a lot of tests being done. And three, they're being given a lot of medication. And medication always weakens the immune system. Okay? So I believe it was Hippocrates who said, "Let food be thy medicine." Okay? So since then, what has happened? We have let medicine be our medicine instead of food being our medicine. So I really want to teach you that food has the power to heal us. Food has much more power to heal us and to boost our immune system than medicine does. Because medicine may treat whatever they're treating, but then it normally causes side effects, and then normally you have to take more medicine because to counteract the side effects. And then you become dependent. Your body isn't strong enough to be healthy on its own, so then it needs to continue on that regime of taking that medicine and then taking that other medicine, which is counteracting the first medicine. So then you become dependent on medication, and then your liver has to filter out so many chemicals, so many man-made chemicals that the body shouldn't have to process in order for you to be healthy. So your liver is working harder and your immune system is being weakened because of all this medication. So if you're in the hospital, you have 3 whammies against you. So really, if you can, don't go to the hospital and stay there for a long time. Be at home, get what you need at home, but the longer you stay at the hospital, the more chance you have of then picking up some other germ, some other illness, which then you have to fight off. So this happens a lot to people when they go to the hospital. They go in for one thing, and then they get some other bacteria, and then they have to treat that too. So let's get back to being afraid of passing this on to somebody who has a weakened immune system. So one, it's everyone's responsibility, as I said, to take care of your health. If you do have a weakened immune system, if you have been sick for a long time, if you have been taking a lot of medication for a long time, then yes, your body will not be as strong as others, but still you have the freedom about how you wish to feel. You still have the freedom of saying, I choose not to be really depressed about this right now. I choose not to be worried about this. I choose to put on my headphones and listen to some music, and let's just go to some other land where everybody's dancing and happy. Okay? So if the person who has a weakened immune system does whatever they can to boost up their energy, boost up their vibration, it doesn't necessarily have to be energy, but their vibration to something higher to change their mindset, then again, they cannot contract the illness if they have a very high vibration. Again, it is law of attraction. You cannot attract something of a vibration that you are not. You can only attract that which you are. That which you are is all you can attract. Like attracts like. Okay? So if the person with the compromised immune system has very, very high vibration, really make sure they don't give in to the fear and doom and gloom, then they cannot get that bug. They cannot get that germ from you, even if you are a carrier. Okay? So, one, the best thing you can do so that you do not pass on the coronavirus is to take care of your vibration, to really not give in to the fear, to get yourself feeling good, if that means exercising, if that means listening to music, doing a little dance party, listening to an inspirational podcast, do it. Do what you need to do to lift yourself up and then boost your immune system. Doing those two things, you cannot then pass it on to someone else. But if you've been lazy, if you've been eating lots of junk food, if you've been consuming lots of sugar, if you've been drinking lots of alcohol, and then you go and you spend time with somebody with a weakened immune system and you have that as a carrier, then you will pass it on to them. So again, it is your responsibility to boost your immune system. No one else can do it for you. To also be in charge of your vibration. Nobody can do that for you. And if you do that, then you cannot pass this on to anyone else. Okay? So it's beautiful. That is empowering. So instead of living in fear like I can't see anybody, I have got to be quarantined. And yes, I did ask them, I said, is this a good idea to be quarantined? And they said, yes, it's helpful. But they also said that it will not go away simply with everybody being quarantined for 2 weeks. And I said, how about a month? If everybody around the world was able to stay home and not go out for a month, I know that's not really possible because we have to keep on producing food and doing different things. People have to work at the hospitals. But I said, if it was possible for us to be quarantined for 1 month, nobody to go out, would the coronavirus die? Would it just stop? And they said, no, it will not stop because there is fear. Fear spreads the illness. Okay? So again, if we cannot let go of this fear, we will hold on to this illness. It will continue to spread, even with the quarantine. Okay? So the quarantine helps us, but the quarantine helps us not how you think it does. It helps us because, I don't know if you've gone out recently, but there is a lot of fear out there. It is palpable. I mean, I'm an empath, so I can feel energy more than others, but it is palpable how much fear there is. I felt horrible after being outside, just doing a few errands, and I came back in and I'm like, I really don't want to go back out there. So if there's that much fear out there, and I can feel it, it's spreading, it's all around. So we have to be very, very conscious about our energy. So just staying home, we can be away from that energy. We can just be at home where it's comfy and cozy and put on some good music and read a book and do some things we haven't been doing around the house in a while. So really taking care of ourselves and things that light us up, things that fill us up. That's what we should be concentrating on right now, not the fear, okay? So use this as an opportunity while you're home, while you're not going out, to do things that give you joy, that give you peace of mind. And that's going to help you so much because right there, you're spending less time spreading the fear, letting all those fears going out, like talking about it with others and listening to the news. And the news is just creating more and more fear. So if you can, please turn the news off. If you can't, watch less. And please do not spread any fake news. Please do not spread any overwhelm or fear because people already have too much fear right now. So yes, the quarantine is helpful for us because it is good to distance ourselves from so much negativity, but it's not really about distancing ourselves from the actual coronavirus, because as I will describe in my next video, it is caused by something we do not believe it to be caused by, and that's why we are handling it incorrectly. So one, it's always good to know the root cause, and then two, it's good to be proactive. Okay, so this is not a time for us to just be at home, be quarantined, to eat lots of unhealthy food, and then just say, okay, well, I'll go back to work in a few weeks, but I'm really stressed right now. That's not going to help anybody. This is a time for us to really practice self-care and to really be mindful that we can create our own health and wellness. Okay, so let this empower you that you have the ability to be healthy. You have the ability not to attract the coronavirus, but taking care of yourself. Okay, and it's not just about social distancing, it is about how you feed your mind, how your mindset is, how your vibration is, and it's also about your immune system. So really taking care about what you put into your body, what you put on your body, okay? Really being careful not to put any, parabens on your body. Any toxic chemicals on your body, again, are going to weaken your immune system. So I can talk about this later. There's so much to talk about, but let me just get this video out for you so some of you can digest some of the information, and let me know if you have any questions. So again, all of this, most of this was channeled by my guides. They have been talking to me a lot. I don't talk about being a medium, but I believe since this is such important information, that there is so much fear and there's so much information, misinformation, that is very, very important for me to speak up, to speak out about this. And so I'm being encouraged to talk more about what they are teaching me and what they are providing me to understand. So really, this is a time for us to really have an understanding. We have been looking at health and wellness incorrectly, and it's very important for us to accept a holistic perspective of health and wellness. It is about the mind, body, and spirit. You cannot get an illness just simply from exposure to a germ. It also has to have the emotional component as well, such as fear or worry or anxiety. Without that, you cannot attract the illness. Again, it is law of attraction. It is universal law. So let this inspire you to know you can heal yourself. You can boost your immune system. You can do it naturally through food. It doesn't have to be hard. And I'm going to teach you in many other videos how you can do it, because I want you to feel good. I want you to be happy, and I don't want you to be fearful. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions, let me know. Please leave me a comment. Please send me a message. And I just wish you all the best. I know these are difficult times, but we will get through this. The coronavirus will end at some time once the fear is gone. And hopefully by that time, we will have learned so much. We will have spent so much good self-care time with ourselves. And we will have then given ourselves the tools which will help us throughout our lives to be healthy. Okay, so let this health crisis be the catalyst for change in your life. Okay, I had to go through 15 years of a chronic illness to completely change how I am day to day, taking care of my health. And hopefully that will never have to happen to you. But let this be eye-opening for you to see health and wellness in a fresh new light. Okay, so have a great day. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.